In this video, I'm going to show you how to graph an absolute value function and then to be able to find some key features such as the maximum or minimum and the zeros. So the first thing we're going to do is turn our graphing calculator on, go to the y equals. We're going to clear everything and we're going to enter the function into our calculator. So I have an example here, so I'm going to type in negative 0.25, and then to put the absolute value for the TI-83, to get to the absolute value, you hit the math button, and then from this point I'm going to go over to numbers, and then this first choice right here, absolute value, I'm going to choose that one. On the TI-84, it's going to put the bars on each side, but for the TI-83 Plus, it just says ABS with parentheses. So everything in the parentheses is what's in the absolute value. And I'm going to put in 8x and parentheses. So right now I have negative 0.25 times the absolute value of 8x, and then I'm going to put in plus 3. Now if I hit graph, you can see my absolute value function. It's a V shape, which is unlike a parabola, which is a quadratic that has a round turn on it. So here's a V shape. And now I can find the maximum, the minimum, or the zeros. In this case, because it opens downward, I have a maximum. So to find the maximum, and in this case also it would be our y-intercept because it crosses the y-axis right up here. I'm going to hit the second button, trace, and we're going to find the maximum, number 4. And so now I'm looking, you can see where here it's actually identifying the vertex for me. So to do this, like say if it didn't do that for you, I want to go left bound, so left of that point, hit enter. Right bound means goes to the right of that. Hit enter, guess, hit enter a third time, and it will tell us that the y-intercept or the highest value, and when it gives you this really small number where it has e to the negative 6, just treat that as 0. And then the y-axis, this 2.9999, and then it ends up with 7.5 at the end, treat that like saying that's 3. We would have a y-intercept at 0.3, or the maximum at 0.3 as well. Now, what if we wanted to find the zeros? Where is it across the x-axis here and the x-axis here? We would do the same thing by hitting the second button, trace. We want to find the zeros, number 2. And here, left bound, I need to go left of that spot. Left of that spot, in this case, if this is the spot that we're trying to find, left of it would mean underneath the x-axis, hit enter. Right bound means go above the x-axis. Hit enter, guess, hit enter a third time, and it says it crosses the x-axis at negative 1.5. So our x-intercept is at negative 1.5. But what about this other side? Here I would do the same thing by hitting second, trace, trying to find the 0, number 2. Now I have to go to the left bound, which means the left-hand side. So I'm going to go to this side so it identifies which x-intercept we're looking at. So left bound means it's above the x-axis because it's left of this spot right here. Hit enter, go to the right till I'm below the x-axis. That's the right bound. Hit enter, guess, hit enter a third time to reveal our answer, and it says a positive 1.5. So that's how you can find your, in this case, the maximum or the y-intercept, and our zeros of an absolute value function.